$5.50.
Come on, Chavala, get moving.
No pills here, white boy.
50 cents, man. 50 cents more, man.
Come on, Chavala, get moving. Move your ass. Boy's gotta get back to work.
You wanna fuck me or something? You wanna get fucking balled deep or what?
Hey, get moving, chavala.
Hey, fucking junkie. Oh, he giving you a bitch stare.
Don't talk much, do you, Chavala?
Ooh, that's what I thought. What you gonna do, punk ass?
Huh?
What you gonna do about it?
You wanna fuck with us? What you gonna do, huh?
Yeah, that's right. Keep walking, junkie.
The film opens with Lucas, a teenage boy who articulates the grim reality of his neighborhood, plagued by rampant crime, including murder, rape, and drug trafficking. The pervasive criminal activity has deeply unsettled the local residents, compounded by the influence of gangsters who dominate the area. Lucas himself serves as a drug courier for one of the city's most notorious gangsters. He is well acquainted with the drug trafficking network, which involves couriers like himself cycling throughout the city to deliver drugs to various clients. This network is controlled by a major gang led by Jester, who acts as the intermediary for the elusive Big Boss. Unlike most individuals, Lucas has direct access to the gang's leader, Rinkin, known for his ruthless nature and willingness to eliminate anyone who poses a threat. In one instance, Rinkin commands his men to torture and subsequently kill a man who betrayed him. During his routine deliveries, Lucas encounters Daniel, a regular customer who does not use drugs recreationally. Rather, he seeks relief from debilitating depression stemming from his experiences as a soldier in Afghanistan. This trauma has left Daniel struggling with severe mental health issues, including an inability to communicate verbally, prompting him to converse with Lucas via text messages on his phone. Despite Daniel's consistent encouragement for Lucas to distance himself from gang life and pursue a normal teenage existence, such as attending school and engaging in recreational activities, Lucas appears to disregard this wise counsel. The scene transitions to Rinkin observing a car parked near his residence, which he suspects belongs to FBI agents surveilling him. He then informs his sister to prepare for her upcoming wedding. Following his visit to Daniel's house, Lucas goes to see an elderly man named Carlos to collect payment for drugs purchased previously. Carlos explains that he is experiencing financial difficulties due to a decline in fruit sales and requests an extension for the payment deadline. Out of compassion, Lucas allows him to settle the bill by the following week but urges him to pay promptly to avoid incurring Rinkin's wrath. Meanwhile, a priest visits Rinkin to discuss the upcoming wedding blessing ceremony for his sister. The priest suggests that the blessing should take place in a church for a more formal setting. However, Rinkin outright rejects this proposal, citing security concerns. The priest, left with no choice, agrees to hold the ceremony at Rinkin's home. In a separate location, Lucas visits the drug courier's base before delivering the deposit to Rinkin and is taken aback to find his younger brother there. With enthusiasm, Lucas' brother reveals that he has joined Rinkin's gang and intends to become a drug courier like him. While his younger brother expresses excitement about becoming part of the gang, Lucas reacts with anger and admonishes him, insisting that he return to school. Meanwhile, Daniel, while purchasing fast food from a food truck, frustrates some customers due to his speech difficulties, resulting in delays. Some gang members, impatient with the wait, resort to violence and attack him. Despite being a highly trained ex-soldier, Daniel manages to suppress his anger and refrains from retaliating against his aggressors. After leaving the scene, Daniel retreats to a quiet alley as his condition worsens. He retrieves medication he had obtained from Lucas to alleviate his depression. However, a group of thugs notices him using the drugs and attempts to rob him. In a sudden surge of anger, Daniel retaliates and decisively defeats the thugs. Meanwhile, Rinkin appears to be meticulously planning his sister's wedding. Despite his reputation for cruelty and violence, it becomes evident that Rinkin genuinely cares for his sister and is committed to ensuring her happiness. The groom-to-be, accompanied by his family, approached Rinkin, appearing visibly tense due to Rinkin's notorious reputation as a feared gangster leader. As preparations for the wedding were underway at Rinkin's residence, Lucas arrived to deliver the payment for drug sales. Unlike other couriers, Lucas shared a more familiar rapport with Rinkin, who regarded him as intelligent and dependable. Rinkin even considered Lucas a part of his family. It was revealed that Lucas's older brother had been a former Special Forces member who tragically lost his life while attempting to protect Lucas from the dangers of drugs and gang involvement. Rinkin expressed his affection for all his family members, particularly his sister, who has a disability. He entrusted Lucas with an important task, to deliver 2 large packages to an individual waiting near the gas station. Rinkin emphasized the urgency of this assignment so that Lucas could attend his sister's wedding and enjoy the celebration. Shortly thereafter, Jester entered with a man known for his frequent debts. Rinkin warned the man to settle his obligations immediately, while Jester brutally assaulted him. Rinkin then instructed Lucas to leave, clearly indicating that Jester disapproved of Lucas's presence in the household. Jester questioned Rinkin's decision to send Lucas on such an important delivery instead of himself, expressing his resentment towards Lucas, who seemed to receive Rinkin's special attention. Rinkin explained that they were under surveillance by FBI agents and he did not want Jester to be caught. Thus, he chose Lucas for the task as he believed Lucas would not raise suspicion with the agents monitoring them nearby. Meanwhile, as Lucas was en route to deliver his package, he witnessed his younger brother being assaulted by gangsters, a common initiation ritual for those wishing to join the gang. Lucas intervened, asserting that Rinkin had ordered them to stop. Afterward, Lucas hurried home with his brother, intending to take him to school despite temporarily neglecting his responsibilities. However, upon arriving home, Lucas inadvertently dropped one of the packages without realizing it. As they prepared to leave, Jester and his associates arrived, intending to take Lucas back to Rinkin's house to address his defiance of Rinkin's orders. Jester and his associates assaulted Lucas, however, he successfully escaped with his brother. During their flight, they encountered Daniel, who was driving nearby. Upon seeing them, Daniel stopped his car and urged them to get in and hide. Unbeknownst to them, Jester and his henchmen were aware of their escape and pursued them on motorcycles. A high-speed chase ensued through the narrow streets until Daniel ultimately managed to incapacitate Jester and his crew. Meanwhile, Rinkin was hosting a modest yet lively wedding celebration for his sister, where everyone appeared to be in good spirits. Returning to Lucas, he inadvertently dropped one of the packages in Daniel's car, which was now engulfed in flames. Realizing that one of the packages was missing, he concluded it must have fallen while he was at home. In the meantime, Jester promptly reported the incident to Rinkin, who reacted with anger and disappointment towards Lucas. Rinkin then instructed Jester and his men to capture Lucas and his brother alive. Daniel suggested that Lucas should leave town while he still had the opportunity. However, Lucas expressed his dissatisfaction with Daniel's advice and asked him not to interfere in his affairs. Determined to retrieve the package, Lucas hurried home to complete the task assigned by Rinkin. Shortly after Jester departed, Rinkin was approached by Spider, another gang leader, who inquired about the package's whereabouts, which contained a significant amount of cash. Upon arriving home, Lucas quickly searched for the dropped package and found it under his bed. He grabbed it and left with his brother. Unfortunately, Lucas was betrayed by a friend who handed him over to Jester and his henchmen. Lucas was taken away to face Rinkin. Meanwhile, Daniel returned home to discover that his father-in-law had been assaulted by Jester and his gang. Outraged by their audacity to harm his family, Daniel resolved to take revenge and rescue Lucas and his brother. Upon arriving at Rinkin's residence, Daniel confronted two of Rinkin's men. Although he was nearly overpowered by the gangsters, Daniel drew upon the painful memories of his experiences in Afghanistan, which fueled his determination. Ultimately, he managed to rise, kill one of Rinkin's henchmen, and take another man hostage. Aware that FBI agents were surveilling Rinkin's residence, Daniel provoked them into launching an assault by using the hostage as leverage. In response, the FBI agents quickly initiated an attack on Rinkin's heavily fortified location, resulting in inevitable gunfire and numerous casualties on both sides, including members of Rinkin's crew and the FBI. Tragically, Rinkin's sister was also killed during the assault on what was supposed to be her wedding day, the happiest day of her life. During the chaos, Daniel sustained a gunshot wound to the leg while attempting to rescue Lucas and his brother. Lucas, trying to escape with his brother amidst the turmoil, was confronted by Jester, who threatened them at gunpoint. However, Rinkin intervened, preventing Jester from carrying out his threat. Rinkin expressed his profound disappointment in Lucas for betraying him, despite having always considered him a brother. When Rinkin prepared to execute Lucas, he found himself unable to follow through and instead ordered Lucas and his brother to leave. This act infuriated Jester, who perceived Rinkin as weak. Consumed by anger and jealousy towards Lucas, who had received Rinkin's care and affection, Jester, despite being Rinkin's nephew, sought to usurp Rinkin's power within their organization and shot Rinkin in the head. As Jester prepared to eliminate Lucas and his brother, Daniel intervened in an attempt to placate him by offering a package purportedly filled with cash. However, upon inspection, Jester discovered that the package contained no money. Feeling deceived, he turned his wrath towards Daniel, but before he could act, someone shot and killed Jester. This individual turned out to be one of Lucas' friends who had set a trap for him. The film concludes with Lucas and his brother boarding a train to leave town. During their journey, Lucas' brother discovers a substantial amount of cash in his pocket, money that Daniel had discreetly placed there as provisions for them to start a new life in another city. Thanks for watching. If you are new, don't forget to subscribe for more of these recaps. Until next time, have a nice day.